Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This building behind me that you see, maybe I will show you the entrance before the end of this video. This is the theater, puppet theater in Szczecin for children. It had two locations. It's called Pleciuga. This is the second location, of course, and I remember when I was growing up, my parents, especially my mother, used to take me to that theater, to Pleciuga, and look at the performance of the puppets. Now we have different puppets we look at, don't we? But it's pretty impressive because actually this theater has been in existence for 71 years. Since, is it 1953? Yeah, pretty impressive. Anyway guys, today what I have for you, one more thing, before I end this video I want to make a very important correction and apologies. So if you are interested, stay all the way to the end of this video. Let's start with the first article, which is quite important because I just came across this. Let me read you. And this is about what's happening now in Poland in regards to being called to the army. The title of this article is "The Barracks are already waiting for the Poles. Here's who has to appear before the committee." So in this article I'm going to tell you, well, as much as this is detailed here, who is going to be called, what age groups and what professions. On the 1st of February this year, military qualification begins. Medical commissions will be tasked with assessing the fitness for military service of Poles. So this is gonna start from February 1st. What we have today, guys? Very soon, in a few days, we have 28. And January has 31 days, so just in a few days from now. The regulations precisely indicate which professions are taken into account. According to the regulations of the Ministry of National Defense, this year military qualification will last from February 1st to April 30th. The obligations to appear before the Commission applies to men born in 2005, as well as those born between 2000 and 2004, provided that they do not have a specific category of fitness for active military service. The regulation also indicates Poles who in the years of 2022 and 2023 were recognized by district medical, district medical, me and my pages, you know, commission as temporarily unfit for military service person with an irregular relationship to military service until the end of the calendar year in which they turn 60, and persons who are over 18 years old and have volunteered for qualifications. Okay, next. However, the obligation to appear to the qualifications does not apply only to men. The Ministry of National Defense indicates that it also covers some women born between 1997 and 2005. It all depends on whether their skills can be useful to the military. Now, what professions will be called? Qualifications for military service. Yes, what professions? The obligation to appear before the selection committee is not discretionary in this case. It is referred to in the Homeland Defense Act, which indicates a closed catalogue of specific professions. Women who have qualifications useful for military service and are undergoing education to obtain these qualifications might be subject to the obligation to appear before the Commission. The regulations mention people involved in the medical, veterinary, maritime and aviation professions, psychologists, rehabilitators, radiologists, laboratory diagnosticians, IT specialists, ICT specialists, navigators and translators are also considered. Professions whose representatives have qualification useful to the army. Yep. This is what happens if you are not present at the military commission. Last page of this article, and then we have one more. People who do not appear at the meeting with the medical committee without a justification for the absence must take into account the consequences. The police might take them before the commission, and failure to attend might also result in a fine. Website, this is the website prawo.pl, translation law.pl, noted that a similar penalty might be received if you fail to provide the commission with the documents it requires and refuse to undergo medical examination. If a person with military qualifications is unable to appear before the commission on the specified date, he or she should notify the commune head, mayor or city president. So, I gave you some updates. That's what's up, everyone. That's what's up. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, because this is all about, right? Meanwhile, in Ukraine, billions of hryvnias for ammunition were stolen! Exclamation mark. This is the title of this article. Corruption is flourishing. The thieves were supposed to be employees of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. The Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, has announced the discovery of corruption involving the theft of around 1.2 billion hryvnias, which is around $40 million, from the state budget for the purchase of ammunition for the Ukrainian army. The suspects are employees of the Ministry of Defense and the management of an arms company. Investigators determined that in August 2022, employees of the Ministry of Defense conducted a contract for the purchase of ammunition with the supplier. This is the name, let me just... Lvivsky Arsenal. So this is purchase of ammunition, this is the supplier, Lvivsky Arsenal. After receiving the entire sum from the ministry, so the entire sum of money, right, from the ministry, the company transferred part of this money to the account of entity that was supposed to supply Ukraine with ammunition. However, the company did not send a single missile and redirected the funds received to the accounts of a related structure in the Balkans, according to a statement published by the SBU on Saturday evening, and that is yesterday. The rest of the money from the ministry was in the accounts of the Ukrainian company in a Kiev bank. Lovely, no? The funds were to be used to purchase 100,000 rounds of mortar ammunition for the Ukrainian army. More weapons, right? More ammunition. This is it. This is right here, guys. 5 people who investigators believe are involved. Are you kidding me? 5? I think it's like 555 or 5,055. 5 people who investigators believe are involved in the crime have been informed of the possibility of committing a crime. One of them was detained while trying to leave Ukraine. They face up to 12 years in prison and confiscation of property. The stolen money has been seized. I always have problems saying this word, you know which word? And is confiscated. The stolen money has been confiscated and is expected to be returned to the state budget. Now, what this makes me think about? Makes me think about that video, TikTok video I saw some time ago. I was actually mentioning this during my live stream with Andrei Martyanov. It was a video in which I think she was American, yes. I think American lady was recording this. She was in Monaco and she was walking by that area where you have all those boats, very, very expensive boats docked. And she was recording this and saying, so here is all the money that went to Ukraine, because apparently those boats were all owned by Ukrainian oligarchs. And so the corruption, it's nothing new. This is where the money is going, right? It's funny that they say 5 people involved. I mean, are you kidding me? Absolutely not, right? It's much more than that. But I want to end this video here, and that's why I came here, to show you guys actually the logo of this puppet theater that I was recording this video for you from. So this is the logo right here. Pleciuga is the name. It's incredible they were able to stay in business and create this art for children and for people for over 70 years. I have never been, of course, to this new location. I remember the old one no longer exists. But yeah, something a little bit sentimental for me from my childhood. That's all I have for you, everyone. All the links to, well, 2 links really, 2 articles you find down below this video in the description box. Every other link, Instagram, Rumble, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, and my mailing list. You have also, and PayPal, once in a while I still use it. You find down below this video as well. Have a wonderful Sunday, lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, and leave the comment. Oh, I forgot, I have to make a huge correction and apologies, because yesterday I was quoting one of the greatest poets, Adam Mickiewicz, and I completely blew it in the beginning because I said Poland, which is so wrong. That quote was about Litwo, ojczyzno moja, ty jesteś jak zdrowie, ile cię trzeba cenić, ten tylko się dowie, kto cię stracił. He mentioned Lithuania because he was born in that time when Poland actually was divided, and that part belonged to Russian Empire. However, the Commonwealth was Lithuania and Poland, you know, as a one country, and he's a renowned poet not just for Poland, he's a renowned poet also for Lithuania and Belarus, because now that region is Belarus, as a matter of fact. So huge apologies. Still, he is the greatest Polish poet. I think I completely lost it yesterday, but you know what? It was one country, so Poland, Lithuania, we were one. Now we are one against the same thing, right? I mean, what they are doing. Rambling now, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for yesterday to all my Polish viewers. Shame on me here. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye, guys.